Alright guys, back here at Locals again with my first place tie swap with, because we didn't want to play the fourth round out. Bobby Boucher playing his OG Broly. And he's been playing with this leader off and on since literally the beginning of the game.
Yep, set one.
And now his deck's actually pretty good compared to the beginning.
What it was. It's never been bad, guys. It's never been bad. It's always been there.
He's got a binder over there with like 50 of them or more. Or 67 or something like that.
There's at least 55 of the OG Broly leaders in that binder.
But yeah, everybody knows what this leader does. If you don't, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, both sides. This side's going to swing. You both have to discard a card. Awakens to draw 2. On this side, same thing with the. He cannot attack battle cards, so he can attack unisons and leaders. He discards a card when you swing, and you place a battle card from both of your battle areas, you and your opponents, into the drop area whenever he swings.
And it abuses his new card.
It abuses the new cards, but we're going to get into that. All right. So starting off with the Broly lineup. We've got
a good old level 2.
Good old level 2s. We got a little one-drop searcher. The main reasons why he's in the deck is to search out these next 8 Brolys. We got this guy. This guy's a necessity as a 4-of in the deck. This is how you're gonna. This is basically your turn 1 play if you attack. As soon as you attack, you want to be able to discard this card and go grab the field spell, which I'll show you in a second. We play 4 copies of Old Rampaging Horror. Had to get the SPRs. It is what it is. I've had these since set 1, actually. I've had these SPRs for a while. We play 1 copy of this common.
Explain the spice.
So basically, right, 1, it just ups the 6 cost in your deck. 2, I mean, you're doing so much hand control that triple strike can be very relevant very quickly. And nobody ever just sees it coming. They always expect me playing this guy. But sometimes I dropped 1 on today. The dude had like 2 cards in hand. And I mean, triple strike's triple strike. I mean, you still got a combo over that or have the negate.
Spicy 1-of.
It is what it is. So how we're getting these 6 drops out is the field spell. The new field spell, the reboot.
He's only playing 3.
I'm only playing 3. So I almost thought about running a 4th copy, but it's 3. I mean, the deck can go without seeing it. But if you don't see this field spell, it hurts.
He has 6 of these, so it's not like he doesn't have the 4.
Exactly. So
there's a reason behind it. It's the big guy, the 8, the first one he showed. He plays it. It basically plays from deck.
Yeah, this guy. Whenever you swing with your leader, you discard this guy, and he goes into the deck, grabs one of these, plays it, and take up to 2 life. So it's self-awakening, and it gets your field spell on the board as early
If you don't want your leader stuck on the front side.
Definitely not. So this card right here, it's treated as Broly's Ring. If you remember what that card does, Broly's Ring says that you don't have to discard due to your leader's effect, and it also gives you a target for your leader's ability whenever you place something into the drop area every turn. So that way you're not getting rid of your battle cards, and there's something consistently on the field that you can do that, so you don't have to pop your battle cards. The cool thing about what made this card really good is auto. Whenever this card is placed in a drop area from a battle card skill or your leader card skill, you can take up to 1 life and play it again. We abuse that heavily, and I'll show you why in a second. And then it's activate main once per turn. Pay 3 mana, play a 6 drop from your hand.
Play big boy from your
hand. Play
big
boys. That's what we do. All right. So moving on, and how we abuse that card.
This card is degenerate.
Boom. 4 copies of Paragus to sacrifice.
You just keep looping that same guy.
It's so beautiful.
And over.
It's so beautiful. The draw power in this deck. And it's also self-awakening. If you're not awakened, you only need your opponent to attack you possibly twice. I mean, if your opponent attacks you twice on their attack turn and you drop 2 of these the next turn, you draw 2 cards, take 2 life, awaken, draw 2. Attack and draw. Yeah, and then you also make them discard a card, and you get to get rid of something off the field. So, I mean, I didn't get to do any of that today because most people, whenever they hit me, they only hit me once. But I ended up self-awakening myself. So, it's all good.
And if this thing stays on board...
Oh, my God. There was one point in time when I had all 4 of these on the board, and it's just a draw 4 every turn. It's a draw 4 for free. All right, so moving on, we're going to go to the unisons. We play 4 Demigra unison.
You don't want to play Bio Broly.
You don't have to play Bio Broly, but I would rather play Bio Broly just because of flavor and everything. But Demigra, just because it's a tournament and everything, it's good. It's self-awakening. It makes your freeze alive turn 1. I mean, and you can take life instead of making lose markers, and it gets rid of something with barrier. Appreciate some friends letting me know that whenever we were playing, they pushed my brakes. They pushed my I don't know if I can cuss. Can I cuss?
Just they made him believe
They
that
made me a believer with this card. Let me just say that.
because you really need it.
You need to self-awaken.
If you're playing green, you really need to play this card.
Yeah. This might change, and I'll go over that in a bit. Then we played 2 Dark Broly Overwhelming Evils. I have dropped this every game tonight that I played.
And whenever I played against this deck, I did see that this card is basically like your leader.
Yep. Just my leader, except
So it's
I have to
like
discard.
extra abuse.
Yeah. So gets rid of a card on their field, makes you both have to discard a card, and it's a double strike. So that's just good.
And it's really hard to get rid of.
It is. It's very. So it keeps my dormants and freezes alive. 4 Frieza Charismatic Villains. We all know what this card does. Unison, 2 markers or more. Play this card for free. Pop anything 7 or less. Okay. We played 2 Fused Zamasu, Deity's Wrath. I didn't drop this once today.
It's not necessary.
It's not a necessity in the deck. It's just that little bit of extra hand control that, you can get thrown in. So the thing that I hated and I wasn't able to get a hold of today is I only got 2 dormant potentials in the deck.
I didn't bring mine with me, so
Yeah, I would play 4 of this card because it's just good. But I mean, 2, yeah, I mean, it worked. I didn't see, there wasn't a game today that I didn't see dormant potential.
you technically play more than 2 because of Roshi.
Yeah, we play Roshis. But we got 4 Shocking Death Balls. We all know what that card does, Spark and Negate. 3 Zarbon Cosmic Elites. I'll probably end up either turning these into Ribrians or making room for the new stuff that's coming out. But I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. This card right here is a really good MVP of the deck.
This is a way better card than I thought it was.
Dude, this on your leader swing, they have to discard a card, play this card for free, 15k crit, activate main, warp it, and warp one of your opponent's battle cards 4 or less.
Free removal,
it's beautiful.
critical, does everything you want to do.
Yes, sir. Last couple bit of these cards, 4 Paragus Super Combo. Self-explanatory, we all know what that card does. 3 Master Roshis to recycle all your negates and potentials, and the 1-of Celzino.
Yeah, this is a pretty card.
That's a real pretty card.
Funny story with this card, it's mine, right? And I let Bobby use it against me last weekend, and I hadn't lost a game all day. And then Bobby's learning my deck. Gohan beats him game 1. Then game 2, I'm like, I got this in the bag. I tapped 2 energy my last 2 after Aegising already early, and he's like, here you go. Here's Celzino when you're at 4 life and you have no energy.
Yep, we sure did.
And the math works really well with this card. The Frieza plus your Paragus
Yep.
plus your 6 you play on 3 is exactly 12. So Celzino is always live on your turn 3.
Sure is. These cards right here just get you Celzino. That's exactly how I got him as well. Turn 3 was able to... I had to kill him. He was going to kill me that very next turn if I didn't. So turn 3, dropped this, chose 2 cards out of his hand, looked at him, and then just said, instead of swinging with this, I just put this on the board and just said, you got to get there.
Yep.
I mean, it's what it is.
If you ain't got it out to it, that's it.
If you ain't got it out to it, that's it.
Well, we'll show you guys an update whenever we get more cards.
Definitely. New Battle Evolution is definitely going to change this deck a lot. And I've already got some awesome ideas. So
See you guys in the next video.